Okay, welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, my name is Chris, and if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as I try to post videos every week. Also, if you haven't, please turn on notifications so that way you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. So if you're anything like me, you go back and forth between listening to the sound of the motor or the exhaust and listening to good music. Well, the rear speakers in my Evo 10 are actually blown. So what I'm doing today is I'm actually gonna go ahead and swap them out with some aftermarket ones. And it should be pretty simple. It's a pretty straightforward install. I'll go ahead and lay it out for you so that way you can do it for yourself. So to install the speakers, obviously what you're gonna need is a set of new aftermarket speakers. I would not suggest replacing them with more factory ones as the quality on those is pretty bad. It's pretty terrible. So in addition to the speakers, it's recommended that you use adapters. I'm sure you could probably make them fit without aftermarket adapters. But I went ahead and picked some adapters up so that way they sit close to how the factory ones do. I'm a little skeptical about the adapters that I did pick up because they do kind of look like, you know, poor quality, but we'll see how it goes after I get them all installed. And I will be sure to link both the adapters and the speakers in the description box below so that way you can pick them up for yourself. So I ordered everything off Amazon. I went ahead and already opened up the adapters. Which the size of the speakers in the rear or in the front and in the rear are 6.5. And like I said, I'm a little skeptical about how these are going to work out. They're totally different from the ones that I put in the front because I actually replaced my front speakers as well. But those are discontinued. I can't get those speaker adapters anymore. So I went with these are the only ones that I can find. So I went with these. And for speakers, I went with some Kenwood speakers. I picked up some Kenwood ones for the front. They were a little different than these, but these are like, I guess, factory location fit. They're referred to as flush mount speakers, so these should sit pretty nice in the factory location. So I'm gonna go ahead and, I guess I can go ahead and unbox these and see exactly how they look quality-wise. But yeah, they actually look almost identical to the ones that I put in the front, and the ones that I installed in the front actually sounded pretty decent. So I don't know that I'm actually going to use the covers. I don't even know if it'll fit, but I'm not too worried about that. I just want to be able to listen to music again. So there's that. Okay, so replacing the factory speaker, the factory door speaker requires removing the door panel. The speaker actually sits down here. But to remove the door panel, it's pretty simple. You have behind the door handle here, there's like a little cover. You pop that out and there should be a screw back there. There's a screw down here after you remove that cover. And it looks like there's a screw right here also. And after you remove that, let me feel, I don't think there's any more around the outer edge. Yeah, after you remove that, you should be able to go ahead and pop this out. And from there, you should be good to go. Now to remove the factory speaker, you go ahead and remove the plug. And after the plug is removed, you turn it to the left and it should come straight out. Okay, now that the old speaker is out, it's time to test fit the adapters into the door itself. And from there, we're gonna mount the speakers into the adapters. And from the looks of things, it looks like it's gonna require a little bit of wiring. Unfortunately, I don't really wanna do that. But in order for the speakers to work, it is required. So like I said, we're gonna mount the adapters into the door first. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that. And then once I have it all completed, I'll show you guys how it's set up. So after the screws are in, it should look something like that. And from here, we're gonna mount it onto the door and it should go washer, washer, and then nut to hold it in place. Alright, so the speaker adapters are all mounted in. Now it's time to move on to the wiring. After doing some research on the forums, I found out that the yellow wire is for the positive or the power, and then the green is for the ground. So I'm going to go ahead and splice in the wiring that came with the speakers themselves into the factory speaker harness here. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. And yeah, we should be good to go ahead and mount the speakers into the adapters. Okay, driver's side's all finished up, so I'm gonna move over to the passenger side, and the process should be identical, should be exactly the same, and we should be all finished up after that. Okay, speakers are all done. The passenger side took a little bit longer as I had to modify the adapters. So overall, I'd give those adapters probably about 5, 6 out of 10, only because I had to modify them, or one of them, which was unfortunate, but it still worked out. I think they were about 30 bucks-ish. I'll link them in the description below. As far as difficulty goes, I'd probably give this install about a 6 out of 10. So if you have basic knowledge of wiring and just car work in general, you should be able to get this done. I hope this video was helpful. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if it helped you out in any way. Subscribe for weekly videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.